Atomic ceased to go good day. Just home alone for a bit with the boys. Figured I'd stream some games. Having kind of early supper. KD with hamburger. It's the shit, you know. Some ice water. Some Budweiser Zero. Because I'm not allowed to drink for the next 9 months or so. Des is texting me. She's out playing hand games in Brockett. Yeah, loading up Battle Royale. I'm feeling the itch for a new kind of landscape in Battle Royale. But I hear Scooby-Doo is coming. Maybe they're going to do some really cool Halloween shit again this year. Last year they had that great pumpkin patch. That was awesome. But yeah, Scooby-Doo's supposed to be coming, so I'm betting that's a Halloween thing. Where do I want to jump? I guess I'm going up into the mountains here. Yo.
I just had a miracle right now. I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's on Roblox and I only had 10% power and it was 5 a.m. and it turned 6 a.m. and then I won. And the animatronics were getting close to the twins.
Gotcha. Alright. Survived my first encounter. We were playing a little last night and I was playing like shit. That situation would have probably killed me. Got one viewer, it's probably Des. Let's go over there. Check out this place quick. Fuck. The fucking weird ass Power Rangers sitting there waiting for me. Waiting for what? Like, right standing behind you? Where'd they go? Fuckers. Fucked up on my shield. God damn it. Fuck. And it has been a long time since I've won a game. Sit down and have a bite to eat. I'm answering your text if it's you watching. But if you watching, why don't you just comment in here instead of messaging? Then I don't have to split time with the phone. See, I got 2 more messages now. I'm not answering them right away. Where's that car? Oh, wait a minute. This. Fuck. I need more shield. This stuff. Might come in handy, I don't know. Three messages. This is the way I want to go or not. What's the bigger map look like? Okay, I'm going to turn around and go the other way, I think. Skirting past the Schwarmy stash. Kind of hoping there'll be no snake calls. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Just hanging out at the house with the boys tonight. Kind of hoping there'll be no snake calls. But we'll see about that. Des is off playing hand games and Rocket. Watched one of my old cooking videos the other day. Oh yeah, the stoop. Yeah, I remember that. I made that while during the time I was teaching a course at Lethbridge College to a bunch of cooking students. I wasn't teaching them cooking. They were indigenous students, and I was hired to teach them indigenous stuff. That don't happen no more. But yeah. I remember stoop. I used to make that pretty often. Go through my cupboards and just throw random shit together. How do you do it? Oh, how's your week been? It's been a good week, a different week. Oh, there's some kind of alarm going on here. Hold on. It's like some kind of emergency alert. Yeah, emergency alert. The Edmonton Police Service is issuing an Amber Alert. Oh, they're looking for somebody at Edmonton. We're not even in Edmonton. We're not even anywhere near Edmonton. We're like a whole day's drive away from Edmonton.
Oh. They're looking for someone named Edmonton? Who do you think that is?
Huh? Oh, I don't know.
Is someone doing that?
I don't know who they're looking for. It said, but I don't have time to read it.
I wonder what they're looking for.
I don't know. So the week has been very good. We learned there's big news. It's big news since last I streamed. And I don't think I've mentioned it in any other... No, I haven't. Any other YouTube videos. So we learned the other week that Des is pregnant. Another one of my abominations. So I think we found out she was pregnant. Might have been on the weekend. A couple weekends passed or something. Or no. Well, it was on the weekend, and then she quit drinking right away. But I took a couple, 2-3 more days. So I stopped drinking to join her because it's too hard for her to not be drinking if I'm drinking. And so I stopped on Wednesday. I'm kind of going out of my mind, not having any booze, but I seem to have a lot of time on my hands now. Yeah, so we have another baby. Probably end of March she'll be born. We're thinking the baby's about 6-7 weeks old, something like this. 6, 7 weeks in the womb, you know. I am, however, still doing my Spicoli. And I plan to have a drink when we go to the comedy club. Next week I do a set. And I just can't see going to Good Times and not having a drink. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty wild. I think both Des and I are happy but also freaked out. Yeah, I'm still posting them on TikTok. I'm only doing about one a month. It'll show up eventually on YouTube too, but I like to do a couple sets and then like put them together for a 10-minute YouTube piece, because my sets are only 5 minutes, eh? That's all that they give us on the open mic. So I have put some on YouTube. It'll be 2 segments, you know, two sets. Bud Zero. When I bought them, it was in the morning during my rounds, and I bought like a 12-pack of Bud Zero, and Des was asleep, and I came home, put grocery stuff away, and then got ready and went to go do a different job. And when Des discovered the Bud Zeros in the fridge, she took a picture and sent it to me, and it says, "Gay." She hasn't been drinking any Bud Zeros. I've also got virgin margaritas going tonight. Straight margarita mix and ice. How's the security work been going? It has not been going. They have not given me a shift for weeks and weeks. And I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. I told them, you know, during this summertime, I need night shifts. Day shifts interrupt my rattlesnake and other animal services. But I guess they haven't been able to find me any new night shifts, so I'm hooped for security. Fuck. I was gonna get out, but now there's somebody. Where are they? Oh, they're right up there, hey? Yeah, fuckers. Fuck you. Shit, I need to find a place to get some shield in me. Place to hide, get some shield. Hey, John Mallory. What's going on, brother? Yeah, cheers, John. So what happened to that snake you found? I still got it. They never, Fish and Wildlife, after, you know, doing the initial discussion with me, never came around again to do follow-up yet. So I don't really know what's gonna become of it, but right now, yeah, I still got it. I tried to feed it a medium rat the other day. Of course, it's a water snake, so it's not used to eating rats. And ultimately, it decided not to eat it. So it hasn't eaten yet. I need to try putting like I need to try go to the river, try catch a crawdad. I guess they like crawdads, tadpoles. So we don't got good tadpoles around here, and minnows. Fuck. Where's this fucker? Oh, up there, second place. See, I'll never win. Do I want to keep it? I wouldn't mind, I guess. You know, it's an interesting snake that I could bring for presentations and talk about the story, you know. Yeah, they like to eat fish. Not necessarily goldfish, but fish. So I need to try putting some live fish in there. I haven't yet. No, it's in a terrarium, but it does have, you know, water to get into and stuff. And if I buy fish, I'll probably put live fish in its water bowl. See if it goes for that, you know. How long is the snake? It's about 4 feet long, maybe even a little bit longer. It's a good sized snake. Des is messaging me. She got no signal. Then she got an amber alert. Now she's got a signal. Yeah, she's out at the Brockett Hand Games. Hey! Oyate! I never knew you were out on the Navajo Reserve, John. I've been down there a few times. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been down there a few times. Did some hiking in the canyons and stuff. And to the Hopi Reserve. Right in the middle of the Navajo Reserve. Yeah, I hiked out to this place called Peak Seal one time on the Navajo Reserve, where there's an old Anasazi ruin that is still like hasn't been excavated, you know. And there's a Navajo park ranger that stays out there in a Hogan to kind of guide visitors through the place, but not many people visit. You gotta get a permit. You have to hike all day to get out there, and sleep out there, and hike back the next day. And it's up and down like serious Southwest canyons, you know. So in that desert heat. You live in California, normally visit the Hoopa Reserve. Oh yeah, I worked for the Hoopa. I did some repatriations for them from Harvard University. The Hoopa are a curious group. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been like 1997. Yeah, 1997, I think I worked for Hoopa. Yeah, Hoopa are funny, alright. They're weird. Well, they got that thing, hey? Their old time marriage. Their traditional marriage is kind of based on the deer's way of life. And so the men live separately from the women, you know, most of the year. And only during the acorn harvest in the fall do they can you really like live with your spouse. Hey, you still would be married, but you're not you don't stay with them. And the kids stay with the women till they're like getting pubescent, and then the boys go with the men. They're pubescent, but non-pubescent boys stay with the women. But anyway, they'd only get to be with each other really during that acorn harvest time in the fall. And so at Hoopa, you're expected to be born basically as a Taurus, you know, in the late April into mid-May kind of thing. If you're born outside of that time frame, it means that you're really an illegitimate child because, you know, somebody fooled around when they're not supposed to be, you know. You're only supposed to do it at that time. But anyway, they did this, like, this is their culture, eh? And it made it so that, like, even today, you know, I don't know how you feel about it, but when I'm around Hoopa, like, the men seem very effeminate. And while the women seem pretty tough, you know, like it's like a gender flip thing that goes on there. And you know, I thought it was pretty interesting because there's a Blackfoot Napi story about the first marriage, and there's this place that we go to visit this site where it happened. But anyway, prior to that, which would have been, you know, somewhere I'm thinking around 12,000 years ago in the Napi era, but you know, prior to that first marriage, the Blackfoot also lived like that, like the Hoopa. They were probably following the bison's way of life rather than the deer, but they still, the men, like, lived in a separate camp from the women, just the same way, hey? And in that story, they're brought together and they live together, you know, normally as couples after that. But I wonder if prior to that, you know, the Blackfoot like had that same kind of like effeminate male, butch female thing going on. I mean, Napi's the only one in that story who doesn't get a wife, and he basically doesn't because the leader of the female camp was trying to get him to be with her, and he refused because she was looking too butch. But yeah, anyway, my little hoopah story. Well, they live separate, but they had, like in Hoopah, they actually had one village. They'd have one village, but the men, they had kind of a, I think there was kind of a one kind of, I guess you'd call it a road, even though there wasn't like things being driven or anything then, but a trail, a wide trail between the houses, the pit houses. But there was definitely a men's house, and then there's a women's house. So they just didn't live in the same houses or work together or anything like that. But they're still in the same village. In the Blackfoot story, they're actually two separate villages, but they're fairly near to one another. I can't imagine being celibate for like 11 months of the year, though. I'm all kind of freaking out because, Des gonna have a baby, and then once she has the baby, then I gotta be celibate like 4 to 6 weeks. Battlefield 6 beta here, and they're cool, good. Oh, I haven't even checked that out. Yeah, the hoop are cool, and what is also very fascinating about like the hoopah, they share the same culture as the Yurok, who are downstream from them. Well, here's how it is: you got I think it's is it the Klamath River or something like that? I think it's the Klamath River coming down from Mount Shasta area or something, and so there's tribes that have sections of this river between tributaries, different tribes, and then the Hoopah, right before you get to the ocean, is the Trinity River coming down this little valley. It's only a couple of miles long and a mile and a half wide or something. It's a very narrow little valley. That's the Hoopah's Valley. It's a watershed. It's always said like Native North America's actual territory definitions are based on watersheds. Whoops. Not land, but watershed. But anyway, so yeah, the Trinity River is the Hoopah's territory, and then where it meets the Klamath, the tribe that's directly upstream from them is the Karuk, and then the tribe that's downstream and goes to the ocean is the Yurok. And the three of those tribes have the same like cultural complex, same ceremonies, same way of life and all of that stuff. But three entirely different languages from entirely different language families. So they're not related languages. And what that shows is that language does not define culture. Okay? You can have a totally different language and still share in a culture. It's interesting because a lot of people believe that if you lose your language, you lose your culture. But that little triad there That's their very existence says that's not true. Yeah, that was argued by Franz Boas in the opening of the handbook for linguistic anthropology, which is still, I think they're still publishing it today. It's been published for years and years. Baby's waking up. What are the three tribes? Hupa, Karuk, there are Karuk, Karuk, and the fuck, where are they coming to me now? Yurok, Y-U-R-O-K, Yurok. Hupa, Karuk, and Yurok. Yeah, Yurok. So, yeah, you bet. I used to teach this stuff. Any reason why their cultures were similar but their languages so different? Nobody really knows, you know? Well, okay. One of Franz Boas' students, named Clark Whistler, he took over as the like when Franz Boas was the very first professional American anthropologist. He worked for Columbia University, where he opened the first department of anthropology, and he was the curator of North American ethnography at the American Museum of Natural History on Central Park. And when he passed away, his student Ruth Benedict took over as the chair for the anthropology department at Columbia, and his other student Clark Whistler took over as the curator for the American Museum of Natural History. And he was interested in finding out just this kind of thing, Jordan. He wanted to know, why can you have, say, a community here whose neighbor next to it share the same, you know, they're very similar cultures, if you couldn't even call them the same culture. They may have different languages, but their way of life is very much the same, hey? Why does that occur, and then yet on the other side of like one of those two tribes, you can have a third group, and this group lives an entirely different way of life than these other two, okay? So why is that, okay? So he was interested in why neighboring cultures are similar, and why they then, you know, do they become these kind of like sudden distinct some distinctions, between the different cultures. You just got to go to a different neighbor, So he came to Blackfoot country to start investigating that, and he hired a guy here named David Duval, who was a half breed from Begunny, and David basically started collecting what they called cultural traits, like what are the different stories that the Blackfoot have, what are the different stories that the Blackfoot have, what are the different, technologies that they have, what are the different social systems that they have, what's their, religion and these kind of things, and then comparing them with other Plains tribes, hey? And why do some tribes share a lot of the same and others are very distinct? And what they ultimately learned, they called culture area theory, and the basic premise is that your subsistence and the ecology that supports your subsistence, it could be the ecology or it could be agriculture, but your subsistence basically is what defines the shape of your culture. And so they started talking about culture areas. This is where, when you say Plains culture, there was nothing called Plains culture before this culture area theory came out. It's what created this word Plains culture, this title Plains culture, or Northwest culture, or Great Basin culture, or Southwest culture, and they were broad culture areas where all of the different groups, even if they spoke different languages, had very shared traits. They might not be quite as shared like the Hupa and Yurok and Karuk, which are almost indistinguishable, but they're pretty close. And so it's the subsistence, and then they went and they mapped the whole world based on this, and you can find, probably if you Google it, culture area theory map, you can find the maps for North America and other areas of the world and how they've mapped it out, like all the people that subsisted on bison as their primary resource shared, a lot of cultural traits. All the people that subsisted on salmon as their primary resource shared a lot of cultural traits, and so yeah, that's what they basically decided, like your culture is shaped primarily by your subsistence base. Now, what's curious to me then is, if that's true, like why does Western science and anthropology, why did Clark Whistler even himself never turn that question around and ask, okay, then if that's the case, what is the subsistence source that is giving Western mainstream globalizing culture its shape, But yeah, subsistence is the thing. Oh, thank you, Jordan and John. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some German too. German Jew. What is Jordan? You got the answer? Yeah, I can't even pronounce my German ancestral last names that were, you know, the family that I come out of, because it's some big Schlarschen Weichenberg kind of thing, you know. It's a lot of letters. So Jordan, I'm waiting to hear, what is the subsistence factor driving the shape of Western culture? $150 Costco hot dog is softer cut. Man, it could be. My wasted ammo being so far away. Let's try this one. My aim sucks ass. I don't like this rifle. Yep. I don't know if it's 150. It's been a while since I had a Costco membership. But they do have that combo here for sure. And I've only got 2 on my body count. Wish I had a weapon with a scope. Alright, see ya, Jordan. Yeah, I'm gonna be here tonight just with the boys, so I might stream a bit of this, a bit of that. We'll see. Fuck. Oh shit. Ah. Beat up. Let's play again. Check messages between games. Yeah, Des forgot to bring a chair. I am playing right now on a PS4. We have a PS5 downstairs. The boys are playing on that. Like to get another PS5, but we got a bunch of other expenses that take a precedent. Yeah. Battlefield 6, is that only PS5? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that'd be hard to use PC, but I don't know. I know of other people who use it. Awesome. My laptop is brokenest, but it wasn't a gaming laptop anyways. It's a MacBook Pro. Fuck. I need a weapon. Jeez. Oh, this fucker. Power Ranger beat me. How dare he? Got 7 PCs. Fuck. Yeah. No, I've only had Mac for the last while. 43-inch monitor for gaming. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when it was, but it was some time ago that I just switched everything to Mac. Oh yeah. Shit, I'm still just trying to learn how to be better with my controller. I don't even want to think about trying to learn to do this on PC. C-Box controller for my PC or Xbox. Oh, really? Fuck. Well, that'd be alright. If you can just use the same controller. Yeah, I don't want to learn fucking how to use a keyboard and a mouse. Got him. With a standard ass rifle. Looking forward to seeing who wins the um, fights tonight. I'm not gonna order them or anything. Probably watch them on YouTube. Usually there's some Russian or somebody streaming from their TV as it's going, you know. I want that pot. Smoking a strain called Dunk Contest. Another strain called Venom OG. Lately, I've just been going to the store and buying the DMR. We got here. Same thing. Hammer Assault. Use the Hammer Assault. Should I take that chug? Yeah, I've just been going and buying like a 2-pack of 1 gram joints, pre-rolls. I'll just empty that 2-pack into a, I'll empty the contents into a jar and basically got 2 grams of weed for $10, And that is what I'll grab hoots from. Yeah, there was a really good deal going on here for a while. There was this weed called dab bods, and they were selling like pre-shred 10 gram packages for $25. You could get sativa or indica, whichever, 25 bucks for 10 grams is fucking, and it was good, like good weed too, but I don't know, like Des always used to say, it smells like anxiety. It had a certain quality to it, eh? Yeah, it was a super good deal. It was strong. It was like infused and all like crystally and shit. Oh, who we got here? Let's go, buddy. I don't know why I'm using this weapon, but fuck it, it still never hit me. Yeah, that's not the weapon to be using. Fucked up. $2.5 grams for $12. That's pretty good. 28 grams. Yeah, that's pretty good. I remember when I used to pay fucking like $60 for 3.5 grams. And it would be all stemmy and seeds and shit in there. In the old days. Who's shooting? Where is he? Yeah. Smoking weed wasn't cheap. Take this Jeep. It's probably fresher. Hopefully. Let's see. Oh yeah. Fuck. Where's this bitch? Fuck. Right, wild. Bunch of cars going every which way. Oh shit. This fucker. Damn. Where is he? Fuck. Yeah, oh. I had no chance. OXR rifle. Epic. Did me in. Shit. Oh, don't lose. What time is it? Almost 6. Taking care of a couple of dogs for the night. New dogs, and they're not really pleased to be around. We've just been hanging out by the front door thinking, what is going on? Where is my person? When are they going to come and get me? You know? Yep. Little bit of dog sitting. That and setting up a raccoon trap's really the only money I'm making today, which is not enough. Yeah, I gotta find some way to make better money. That's my constant fucking sweat, you know. That's what all my anxiety is about, pretty much. Now I got another baby on the way. We have a sizable little household. I gotta figure out a way to make some more bucks. Shall be stupid and start up on the mountain where there's nothing. Since 2011, open a class, train again, start charging less. Oh yeah, I could do that. I still got my garage gym. I do got my garage gym. That is something that it could happen. I don't know. We'll see. I need to fucking get myself in shape again. Too long being dumb. Yeah, I should. Well, with this baby now, I've got, you know, close to a year mandatory sobriety, basically. I mean, not like I have to, but if I want her to, I'm gonna have to. So, oh yeah, I'd gain a whole another set of viewers again from doing doing martial arts and fitness again. Uh, wouldn't hurt. Yeah, yeah. With this long stint of sobriety, I'm gonna have to do here. Then that gives me potential because I'm gonna have a lot of extra energy and shit. Gives me potential to jump back into that into into fitness mode. Yeah, I think around that time I had I quit smoking when I was 40, so that would have been 13 years ago. I should have been somewhere in that time that in that area. 2011 would have been what 12 years ago, something like that. Anyway, no. 2011 would have been what, 14 years ago. I don't know, but anyway, it was when I turned 40 that I quit smoking. And when I quit smoking, I got a bunch of extra energy and I started running. And then I started doing martial arts again, a lot, like daily, you know. Um, yeah, this oh fuck, 91. This stint of sobriety, has the potential to throw me into another one of these rounds of replacing that energy use or whatever non-use with fitness and martial arts for sure. Plus, I do want to get the boys here going. Eh? The 7 and 9-year-old here. I want to get them started with some martial arts. We did a little bit, last fall or whatever, but with the stick fighting and stuff. But I'd like to get them, bully proofed, so to speak. Okay. Well, getting a message from Dez. Hold on a minute. Between games, I should look. Grandma's happy. They won their first game. Hand games. I say Coolio. Yeah, it'd be good to make a little comeback in that stuff anyway, hey? Fuck. I'm gonna get my ass beat. Need weapons, yo. Get a shield up, because if I don't have weapons, what's the fucking use? Shit. I'm that way. Oh, so adept or non-adept. Oh, rifle, thank God. Of course, it's the fucking long-range rifle. Great for like close range fight here. Okay, now I got a weapon. Alright, I'm gonna use some of the shield. Makes it at least worth it. Thinking about taking a taking a break from the stream and checking on the boys downstairs and stuff, and then coming back to it, getting a snack, come back to it, and I might play UFC maybe. That'd be fun. I haven't played UFC for a while. I play Fortnite all the time, consistently losing. Dez wins almost once a night at this game. I win it seemingly like once a year. But yeah, I think after this game, I think I'm gonna stop the stream, check on the boys downstairs, you know, get myself a snack, another drink, come back and try something different. Shit. And there we have it. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. I'll be back again. So, thanks for hanging out. And if you're still on, I won't be long, but I'll be back.